Welcome, my name is Debbie Wines. I thought I'd take a few minutes to show some of you from beginning to end how we take a package of bees and we put them in their home, their new hive. So, without further ado, well, this is what a package of bees look like when you receive them. Now let's go out to the bee yard and see what we do once we get them in hand. Yep, here I am, getting ready to actually put them in, looking for my gloves and my tools. Make sure you have them all before you go out. Yeah, I know it looks a little rough, but all I'm doing is putting the bees in the bottom of the box right now. It's kind of important. I'm going to reach in and there's going to be a can of syrup that they all come shipped with. I'm going to pull that out, and to the left of it is a queen cage. I'm going to remove her and then put the can back on the top of it. Sometimes it's a little easier than that. There she is. She looks pretty good. Now what I've got to do is I've got to look for the nail that's somewhere I've got laying around so that I can take the cork out of the back of that cage. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some peanut butter fluff, some fluff, whatever that stuff is, like marshmallow, and I'm going to put that at the end so that the other bees will actually release her a little slowly into the hive once I get her in there. So what I'm doing is taking that nail, removing the cork, and I'll put my thumb over the end so she won't escape. Yeah. Gotta keep an eye on her, make sure she's at the other end. Let me go find that stuff. Oh, here it is. And I'll use my hive tool a little bit. What happens though is I end up usually getting more on me than in the hole that I need to put it in the hole. So it does look like a lot, but trust me, it's very, very little. Once I've got her secured, what I'm going to do is find the nail that I've probably already lost and take the metal edge, the strip that's hanging down from that cage, and make it into a hanger using the nail. Yep, there's the package. Oops. Make sure that that lid stays on. All the bees are in there. Oh yeah, I guess you kind of want to see what's going on. Well, give me a second here. Here we go. Alright, so I've got the queen cage, got the top off the hive. Now I'm going to separate it so that I can actually open it up a little bit and slip her down in there. Usually what I do is I face it so the screen is facing out towards the front of the hive. I've got that nail slipped through that wire hanger in the top of it, and I'm going to try to push it a little bit into the wax so that she'll stay nice and secure in between those two frames. That doesn't quite fit. Sometimes it doesn't work, so I have to actually pull both frames out. And it's kind of hard when you're doing this by yourself, holding the queen cage, but folks, it can be done. Abby's barking in the back. Okay, here we go. Find the nail again. Pulling it up. There we go. There we go. And I'll get her all taken care of. I'm going to have to pull up that other frame and secure her in between both halves. I know, see, no gloves. Right now they're really gentle. It doesn't look like it, but honestly they are. They're just a little bit confused right now. Okay, trying to get her tucked safely away in between the two frames. There we go. And I'm going to push them back into the box, and of course this is in the center of your 10 frames. Well, sometimes they fit in there, sometimes they don't. Little adjustment. Once they're in, they'll just slide right in. Really nice. You'll see in a second how that works. There we go. Okay, come on. There. Yay. Okay, so she's in there. Now it's time to get the bees out of the box. Don't be afraid. That's just sugar water that I'm spraying on them. Kind of keeps them a little calm, and actually it makes them stay together. And yes, I'm going to bounce the box of bees again, folks. It doesn't hurt them at all. It gets them to the bottom of the box so that I can actually tip it over and pour them in a little easier. Yeah, I put the gloves on this time. Remember, I'm taking the syrup can out. I'm bouncing the bees down. Okay, now here they go. I'm pouring them in. And what they're going to do is they're going to surround the queen, and little by little they're going to work themselves down in between the frames of bees of the hive top. I mean of the brood chamber. Yeah, it seems a little hectic right now, but honestly it's not. Sometimes I squirt them a little bit more. Oh, here we go. And what I usually do is I give them a little bit to settle down. And I try to do my bees from one end to the other. But other than that, that's about it. Kind of fun, huh? Here's a peek. This is the cage that the bees came in. To the left is the syrup holder. To the right is where the queen was hanging down in the cage. Here is the queen looking out. Can't wait to get out, I'm sure. Wanted you to see the length of her body. That's the abdomen. Just think, lots of babies for a whole lifetime. Now we're going to look at the top of the box, and you're going to see that the queen's cage is suspended from the nail at the top, snugly in between. And of course, last but not least, the bees. They can't wait to get down and get settled into their new home. Well, here it is, the end of the day, and life is good. The bees are flying, and everyone seems to be pretty content. You can see the bee boxes laying out front. That's in case some of the stragglers haven't quite climbed back into their houses yet. I'll leave those out there till tonight. Then I'll go in the end of the day, clean things up out in the bee yard, make sure that everyone's just fine. Hope you enjoyed it.